Without API, it would be difficult to determine truth when it comes to legislation. I think you'd have a lot of legislators who may not even be willing to step up and run, not knowing they had an organization like API to be there, to lean on, to trust, to guide them.
I think API is very important to Alabama. API is a unique organization that is beneficial in educating the citizenry of Alabama, as well as making us in the legislature aware of topics and issues.
They're genuinely committed to pulling the state out of the state that it's in.
We are a resource for state lawmakers. State lawmakers don't necessarily have, huge staffs that keep them up to date with what's going on.
I've worked with API for years. API has always been one of those sources we go to. If we don't have all the facts, we can actually rely on them to dig in and get the facts for us.
As a legislator now, not only do I get to see the research that API has behind the issues that they stand for, which is free markets, limited government, and family values. But now I have someone from API that's personally reaching out to me that I can go to, I can talk to about issues.
We're able to spend the time in Montgomery to do the research, to really immerse ourselves fully in education on what the best policies are, what works in other states, what doesn't.
And we're trying to spread those ideas, speak about those ideas, advocate for those ideas to help Alabama reach its full potential.
What API does is it provides a funnel for all of those folks who see in a like-minded fashion that we need a conservative and solid and well-grounded approach to matters like the health of families in Alabama and fiscal policy and conservative issues on less government.
The Alabama Policy Institute, they've been great partners with the whole Alabama Accountability Act, just being a great resource for our staff members.
Without API and without this legislation, our school's impact is much, much smaller, and the number of children and families that are impacted is much more limited.
One thing that I appreciate so much about API is they're not an organization, a lobbying firm, or someone else that's pushing an agenda.
We are not beholden to a particular party or a particular way of thinking.
We are not for hire. We don't take government funds. We don't take any funds that would lead towards looking like it's a conflict of interest in certain policy.
Trust is obviously something that is hard to build and real easy to lose. If we can always present the truth and be trusted to present the truth, I think we can influence policy in Alabama.
I think the stakes are higher now more than ever because the opportunities couldn't be higher.
Thinking forward right now, I would say that API's role is to continue making sure that there is a voice and puts thought and depth and research and time into policy positions that affect everyday Alabamians.
I'm really excited about the future at API. We're poised now, even better than maybe ever before, to see these reforms get done.
This is the most experienced, collectively experienced team that we've ever had. You've got Carl Jones. If you've seen Carl's resume and seen the places he's been and he's served, I don't think he'll bat an eye if we go into some tough policy fights.
I want to be influential in solutions, and I want to be active in the process of finding solutions.
And to have Pepper and Rachel Bryars on our team, two experienced and gifted communicators who really be a tip of the spear, and they really begin to move the needle and help perspectives if people are weighing policy ideas.
Jay Pepper Bryars with us from the Alabama Policy Institute.
We're really in search of the truth. It's an honor.
And then Phil Williams' career has been dedicated to service to our country, service to ministry, and then service to the state.
One of the things that I am so excited about, we're combining the grassroots mentality with media and social media, generating a solid voice that is really a conglomerate of these different aspects. API's mission is to make Alabama better, and that's a battle worth fighting.